Hello and welcome to this Monday evening live stream, and as you can tell by the thumbnail and title, we are on Great Western Express in Train Sim World 3. I'm really excited to give this one a go. I haven't played it in a little while, so it should be good, and we just need to get our train set up because it's slightly different and in one of the older versions, because we don't actually need to load the passengers before we set off, which is a little bit unusual because most routes these days give you the time to set your loco up and load your passengers, but that is not what we're doing in our case. I think we are ready to go. Hello Christina, how are you doing? Let's put the power on and let's be going as we head from Reading all the way to London Paddington. You can see we've got quite a few stops. So first up will be Twyford, then Maidenhead, Taplow, Burnham, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, sorry, and then finally London Paddington. So quite a few stops along the way, which is going to be quite nice. We'll do the run in this GWR Class 166 to start with, and then we'll jump into the HST, the high-speed train, of course. Evening, Evan, how are you doing? Welcome into the stream. We can put the power on. I'm very well, thank you. Thought it'd be a good little bit of fun to jump on Great Western Express tonight. See the beautiful one, Class 166. Obviously, this was one of the very early pieces of DLC released for the Train Sim World franchise. So yeah, this is one of their older pieces. So it's always nice to jump back in it. And I do enjoy driving the HST in this Class 166, something a little bit different. There we are. It's looking good. So we've got our first stop, which will be Twyford in 4 miles. So we've got a little way to go yet, but we can get up to 90 miles an hour, so we should be able to pick up some good speed. Yeah, absolutely. I think it was likewise the first bit of DLC that I ever picked up outside of the core routes that came with TSW2. So it's a fun one always to come back to. But this 166 does take a little while to pick up speed, but it's all good. Let's turn on the dials there as we make our way out of Reading towards London. We are finally getting up to over 60 now. What are we going to see along the way, I wonder? I imagine we'll see a couple of HSTs, I'll see some more Class 166s. It would be cool to see some freight along the way as well. So, as I say, we're eating up the miles as we head towards Twyford. And obviously, I can't remember for the life of me how good the brakes are on this 166, so we'll have to take it a little bit cautiously. But we have a minute to get there, which Makes me think we're going to be slightly behind, but it's quite difficult when you've got to spend time setting up the train before departing. Playing catch up. There we go, there's 80. I think we should probably be coming off the power about now. We're about a mile away. You can probably just about see the platform or the station up ahead, so we should be probably full service at this point. Take some of that speed off. Brakes seem pretty good. We're slowing quite nicely here. Just drop it back down into notch 2 now. We'll just let it run as we get a little bit closer to the station. I've been looking forward to driving this tonight, so hopefully it doesn't disappoint as ever. Go. Put a little bit harder on the brakes again now as we come into Twyford. So about a minute behind us, no drama. We'll carry on a little bit further up, and then we think I can see our stopping point, which is just over there to the left. Go. That should bring us nicely. Let's open those doors. There we go. Doors are open. Passengers get a chance to get on and off before we head towards our next stop, which will be Maidenhead. It's a slow loading and unloading point or duration here. Plenty of passengers getting on and off there. As we've got another 166 coming into the station. It's always nice to see. I'm not sure we're going to be with. There's a few passengers still left on, but most of them got off here at Twyford. There we go. Let's get ready to lock those doors. Doors are shut. Off the brakes we go. And away we go from Twyford. When were the Class 166 and HST swapped for their current day counterparts, which are the Class 800s, and I think they're the 387s as well? I think let's just, you know what, I'm going to Wikipedia it right now, because I think it's around 2019, maybe a little bit earlier. Let's have a look. So it was actually, so the electrification of the route was completed in 2020. So I'd imagine probably around 2019 to 2020. Yeah, until 2019, services from London Paddington to southwest of England were served by the HSTs. So there you go. yeah, around 2019, which is it's mad how, you know, it doesn't feel like that long ago, but yeah, good 4 years ago. So next stop will be Maidenhead, 5.5 miles to go. We've got 4 minutes to be there. That's going to be a tall order to make up the time here. Obviously, this route was set pre-electrification. You can see some bits of it starting to be installed, which is obviously while we're running the diesel 166 and class 43. Thanks for dropping in, Oven. Might catch you a little bit later. So getting up to 70 now. See if we can get up to the running speed of 90, and that will be its max speed. There we go. We'll acknowledge the DSD alert there. So 4 miles, we are 3 minutes. Oh, we're trying to, you know, claw back some of that time that we started to fall behind the schedule. It's always difficult to keep time on this timetable with no setup time built in, but never mind, it's all good. Will we get up to 90? We're creeping up slowly. We're at 83. We're getting there slowly. The acceleration on this towards the top end isn't quite there, but the low end is pretty good to pick up a bit of speed. So 2.5 miles. There we go. We're getting up nearly to 90, so we might have a chance of pulling back sometime. We're going to have to be quite aggressive on the brakes as we come into Maidenhead to pick some time back up. But we'll see what we can do. And that is for the 75, which is upcoming. So we'll come off the power, but not actually going to. We'll start braking shortly, but we know we'll be stopping at Maidenhead anyway. Naturally scrubbing some speed off anyway. Just start to slow now for that 75 to make sure we get there in time. There's the 75. Right, we definitely need to be slower now. We should start to see Maidenhead just up ahead. There you go, it's very much in view at the moment. We've got another 166 sat in the station there. So let's start to brake a little bit more for our stop here. There we go. Start to just put the brakes back on once again. A little bit further up. Can we see our stop mark yet? Right there. So we'll keep the brakes well and truly on. That'll do us nicely, and let's open those doors. We'll jump outside. As the other 166 departs. It's looking pretty busy, this station. Plenty of passengers, which is very cool to see. Always takes an age to load up these 166s. Sure, it's got to be quicker than that. Right, we can lock those doors, and then we can be going full power out of the station here. And there we go. Let's jump back into the cab. So Taplow next, only 1.7 miles. So that's those two stations are pretty close together. In fact, we can see we've got double yellows ahead, which we'll see if they clear. Doesn't look like it. Ah, now it has. So we've clearly got something in front of us. Be interesting to see if we can find it on the map. Yep, there's another, looks like 166 in front of us. It's pretty cool. We've got HST coming towards us. Just scroll out a bit so you can get a real view for the end-to-end map there. But actually, you can see the next station just coming into view here. As the HST goes past us, let's just come off the power. There it goes, flies by. Let's start putting on those brakes. Bring that speed down. It's coming down nicely, it's all good. So let it run a minute as we get closer towards the station, then we'll apply the brakes again. Go. And this is going to be Taplow. Where's our stop marker? Can we find it? Yep, just up ahead on the lamppost there. Just let it roll a little bit further up. Bring it to a stop there nicely. Let's unlock those doors, of course. Pop ourselves just here so the those engine sounds aren't too loud. Come on. Can't be far from ready to depart. There's no more passengers getting on. Gotta let us go, surely. Almost done, almost done. There we go. Little toot the horn, and we'll head to our next stop, which will be Burnham in just 1.4 miles. So we're making our way through these stops quite nicely now. We've got Burnham next, followed by Slough. So this has been quite nice. I generally, when doing the driving this route, I jump in the HST and just fly past all these stations. Very rarely do a full run from Reading to London, or vice versa in a 166. So it's been quite enjoyable, this, actually. I'd imagine also doing it in the class 158 would be very fun as well, actually. Maybe one for the future if I can find a livery. So Burnham will be upon us very shortly. Just 0.7 of a mile. In fact, we can see it just up ahead. Let it roll a little bit further, then we can stick those brakes on. We'll keep it at notch 1 for now. Let's see where we're heading. There we go, there's the station where... Ooh, didn't want to jump into the brakes there. We're doing 25, which is absolutely perfect. Again, we'll try and find our stop point. Sure, it will be marked here somewhere. Maybe. Oh, there. Right in front of me. Although we're going to go a little past it, which is okay. I don't want to don't want that happening where I'm clipping three things. We'll pop ourselves here for our departure. We'll finish loading up, which shouldn't be too much longer. There we go, let's lock those doors. And away we go. we go. Off to Slough, which is just 2.4 miles, so these are pretty close together, it feels like, at the moment. Definitely feels like we're starting to move, get closer towards London now. It feels like some of the scenery feels less countryside as we obviously we're leaving from Reading, so it's starting to feel quite nice. So up to 45. We're permitted to run at 90, although I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to that before we get to Slough. That's no bother at all. That said, we should be in Slough by now, pretty much, so we're definitely running a little bit behind. But that's okay, we can, we're trying to make it up. But we've got greens all the way so far, so it's no drama. It's just the acceleration of this 166 doesn't help at times. I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive on the brakes as we come into some of these stations. Looks like we've got another 166 coming in the opposite direction there. Come off the power now. We can see Slough just up ahead, so we definitely need to be slowing now. Okay. I think we turned that pretty well actually for our brake in. We'll come off brakes there, let it run a little bit. This will be Slough. A bit more brake in as we try and look for our stopping point. Yes, we're running all the way towards the end there as we've got a HST about to fly past. There we go, that will do nicely. Let's unlock those doors. It does look good, this 160. I just love the dark green livery of GWR. It does make it look very nice actually. Come on passengers, hurry up and get on. We need to be catching up some of that time. There you go, almost finished loading those passengers now. Almost. There we go. Start locking those doors. Let's jump back in that cab. And away we go for our next stop, which will be West Drayton, but 5 miles, so a little bit of distance between this one. Right, let's pick up the speed. We are actually we'll be jumping back into a 90-mile-an-hour section anyway, so we might actually get a standard chance of getting up close to that speed, given that we've got 5 miles to go. Picking up the speed nicely now. So West Drayton, after that we've got Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, London Paddington. So yeah, feels like we're definitely getting closer now. I have to say we're probably about halfway between Reading and London, I think it's fair to say. What did you miss? Only that we're running behind time and we're trying to trying to make it up, but unsuccessfully, I think it's fair to say. As we're being overtaken by HST, I always love seeing that. Or if I'm the HST overtaking someone else a little bit slower as well. As it flies off into the distance, we will do the HST on the next run, but we'll head back from Paddington to Reading. Almost up to 70. It does take a while to pick up speed, this 166. So 2.5 miles. See, just eating up these miles at the moment. West Drayton. That's our next stop. Or which HST do I like more, the GWR or the East Midlands? Ah, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I prefer driving the HST on the East Midlands because it's just a bit more variety. But pretty similar, fair to say. I think if the Midland Main Line was extended, that would give it that run in the East Midlands HST. It would be probably so much more fun to drive. We're going to get up. Oh no, I don't think we're going to get up to 90 before we need to be slowing. But we need to think about slowing probably about now, seeing as we are only 0.7 a mile away from West Drayton. Probably need to go actually into Notch 3 here with the station rapidly approaching us. Let me know which HST you prefer, GWR or the East Midlands. I would love to see this this route brought up to the electrification sort of as it is today, because I think it would be so fun to drive the Class 800s. And obviously to go a little bit further than Reading. That would be really, really enjoyable, but I don't think that's realistically going to happen. Can only wish. Right, we'll let the passengers off. There we go, let's jump outside. So we are running about 2 minutes late at the moment, as you can see on the boards. We've definitely got some time to make up here. Another HST flying past as we wait to finish loading our passengers. Start locking those doors. What route do you think Dovetail need to add? See, I think the next obvious one has to be something pretty dedicated for the Class 700 that is upcoming. So whilst it's sort of nice that we're getting sort of it'll be layered onto Southeastern High Speed, I think its own dedicated route is probably needed, and hopefully we will get something. I appreciate it's obviously towards the southeast and London based, so no, that's not necessarily everyone's favourite, but when there are so many rolling stock already sort of available, I guess it makes their life a little bit easier when it comes to actually developing the route. So Hayes and Harlington next. 2 miles to go. Interesting, we're getting AWS there. That really wasn't for us. No, we still need to be accelerating. We've got still 1.6 miles to go to our next stop. Let me know in the chat which routes you'd like to see. It's obviously the big summer sweepstake going on for the next routes to release. There's been some interesting suggestions on the forums. So this is where this is sort of the branch off to Heathrow, I believe. So Hayes and Harlington next. Start slowing for our stop here. You can see it just coming into view. He's back off the power. There we go. We'll just start to slow a little bit more. Transport for Wales route. Yeah, that would be pretty cool actually to see. I do like running on the North Wales coast route in Train Sim Classic. got a pretty good bit of diversity. There is our stop marker, which we'll be pretty aligned with. There we go, let's open those doors. And this is going to be Hayes and Harlington. So our next stop after this will be Ealing Broadway, and then finally London Paddington. It's been a really fun drive so far. I mean, we're behind time, but it's all good. Where is this? So the 166 on the opposite platform is off to Oxford. Nice. We've got some wagons here stable just up ahead. I believe that was a passenger just going to the moon then. Oh, you gotta love those. You gotta love Train Sim World passengers. Right, we can start locking those doors. And away we go for Ealing Broadway. As the other 166 also departs at the same time. Just jump back in the cab. So we've got 5 miles to run to Ealing Broadway. Come on, pick up speed a little bit quicker. You can do it. You're getting there very slowly. We just got that DSD alert in time. Let's see if we can make a little bit of time up. We are still about 2 minutes behind looking at the time, our timetable there. We're still permitted to run at 90, although I don't think we're going to get there anytime soon. Nice to see plenty of freight wagons along, sort of static, you know, parked up in the sidings along the run here. Always makes it feel much more immersive. I do, yeah. I like it when it's like that. We'll get to see them as we go past. Okay. Be nice to see some freight. We haven't actually seen any freight rolling actually, so let's fly up here and we'll Southall. We are motoring there. So up to 79. Although we'll be dropping into an 85 section, which is no drama at all because we're going to be nowhere near that. And then 80, but actually we should probably come back So that's going to be 85 there. We should have the 80 board coming up. Just a moment. There it is. As we run through this station. And actually we are going to get AWS, yes. So we've got double yellow. We'll acknowledge that. You can see the next yellow up just ahead. I think this is going to be still a double, so we'll come off the brakes there. Just let it run about 50. Okay, we'll acknowledge that. So we've got... Can't just about make out the next signal. But in fact, that will be our stop just up ahead, and that will be Ealing Broadway. Is that a double yellow? Yeah. So we're good. Well, actually, in fact, it's just turned green. So I'd imagine that 166 that we were following a little bit earlier on has probably also stopped at Ealing Broadway and has just started to depart as we are making our way in to stop. Let's get a little bit hard on the brakes here. Just ease off there. Got, where's our stop point? There it is. Perfect. Let's open those doors, and here at Ealing Broadway you get to see the 1972 tube stock, which is not in service, but still very cool to see along the way. Come on, finish loading these passengers up and we can be on our way for what will be our final stop at London Paddington. Almost there now. Can see on the map we really are very close to Paddington. Let's lock those doors. And we can be departing. We've got passengers' legs falling through the bridge here. That does not seem legit. Yeah, they've sorted themselves out now. So we've got another 5 miles before we arrive at London Paddington. But as we get closer to Paddington, we'll see the speed start to drop naturally. And then after we finish this run, we'll jump in the HST next, which will be a nice high-speed run. Okay, picking up speed now. Almost up to 50. HST, of course, coming in the opposite direction. This is Acton, so we get to see a Class 66. Actually, a pair of them. Not doing much though, just chilling. Speed Thunder on by. Let's jump back in the cab here. I think we'll pretty much have a clear run now into Paddington, I'd imagine. So we've got a 166 on the fast line. Interesting. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I have seen that there are express runs with this 166, although probably take you a while to get up to speed. As we head past Old Oak Common here. Plenty of 43s stabled. That's take me down to 50, so we'll start to slow. It's a good job I hit, actually no, we can stay in notch 1. That was AWS and DSD all together. But this is for the slowing down until to the 50 mile an hour coming up. And in fact we're going to get a double yellow here, which we'll acknowledge. Down to 50. In fact, we've got what's that? Is a double yellow, just indicating that we will be going over to the right with the feather illuminated. There's a single yellow, so we'll put the brakes on a little bit harder. So we're gonna, I don't think we've got the signal here. We are gonna come up against the red in just a moment. Yep, we've got to hold here for just a moment until we get the signal, and we're being overtaken by another 166. Let's write the DRA on as we sit here and wait for our signal, and it is literally just overtaking us. Probably because we're running behind time. As it goes off into distance. Take a little while before we get given the path, I should imagine. Can't be anytime soon. Come on. There we go. Let's reset the array. Oh, it's gone into self-test there. Never mind. And away we go. Hopefully we now just have a clear path in, but I don't think so. Next signal is red. We'll keep accelerating for the moment. It's nice that we got held up on our approach to Paddington, but now you can see well up ahead, and we knew we were track 4, so you can just count the signals across, and you can see we've got the green there. And we saw that ground warning sign for a 40, so we'll run it up to 40 and we'll stop accelerating at that point. There's 39, close enough for me. There's that 40, which we're under. And then I think as we enter the station it drops down to a 25. And actually we can see the station just up ahead, so we'll start to slow. We'll get AWS for this yellow, which is to be expected as we roll into what will be platform number 13, looking at that indicator. Yep, it's taking us off to the left here, platform 13. You can see couple of HSTs in the station, in the platforms there. Another 166. It's looking pretty busy actually for once. Sometimes it can look a little quiet, but no, it's looking alright actually. Go. It's actually quite a short platform, this one, so it's a good job we started slowing then. Let it run a little bit further, and that's that 166 that probably overtook us. No buffers here, surprisingly. I would have thought there would have been. But there we go. Let's unlock those doors, jump out here, and try and find our way to the pair of them. It's a pretty cool sight. We'll finish us unloading these passengers, see what medal we ended up with, and then I think it's time to jump in the HST. Don't have to take a while to load and unload passengers. In fact, actually we can shut down the cab, I think. Come on. Finish loading. Seems like all the passengers are off. Let's lock those doors. And there we go. Let's see what we ended up with. Of course, a gold medal. Right. Let's return to the timetable. And let's find ourselves... I never know which one to choose. I know one's a shorter length. Which one shall we choose? Have they got slightly different? They do. Interesting. We'll go for the top one because they look like they're smaller, potentially smaller stations that they're heading to, which might mean could be a stop along the way. That's my thinking. Might be completely wrong. Let's do the 12 o'clock run from London Paddington to Cheltenham Spa. It'll take us around 26 minutes, so that's... Oh, that's a 32-minute one. I think that's a stop somewhere. We're going to do that one instead. I changed my mind. London to Great Malvern. We'll do it in July. And we'll keep it clear, I think. Let's do that. Let's load this up and we'll see what our time... Oh yeah, so we do have a stop at Slough. That's what I was hoping for. But again, we don't need to unlock the doors here because just don't need to do that on this route, which is a little bit of a pain because we still need time to set up the cab. Let's acknowledge that. DSD. Let's head down here. And we are ready to depart. And away we go for Slough next. We are on our way out of Paddington. We've still got the horrible bug of the number here being 5 zeros, which is really frustrating because I would have hoped that was fixed by now, but yeah, clearly not. But never mind. So, Slough next, 17 miles. That'll give us plenty of chance to get up to its top speed of 125 miles an hour. So, come on, let me get that speed up. We're doing 40 already. Got a 50 board coming up very shortly. That blind is fully open, which is good. There's the 50 board right there. We'll go through that. It'll take a little while for us to clear it, but we are clearly chasing something in front of us. Yes, we've had a yellow now, but that has it has cleared, so what we'll be chasing. Well, we're going to be chasing a 166. So that is going to be interesting because their top speed is 90 miles an hour. Actually, it's gone clear, so we'll just keep running along at the moment around 40. Hopefully it'll allow us to build up a bit of a space, but it's nice that we're going to potentially hit some adverse signals. as we chase this 166 in front of us. We've got a green there, you can see the repeater just there. There you go, you can see the signal now. We've got another HST stable to the left. Very nice. As we start to pick up speed now. If you're enjoying this this run on Great Western Express, don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying it, and also please consider subscribing to the channel. It really is appreciated. There we go, starting to make our way up to 65. Let that speed start to build. As we run past Old Oak Common to our left hand side there. Almost. And here we'll get the magic 125 speedboard any moment now. As we run along past Acton, you can see some wagons and some Class 66 to the right there. Looking good. Hi Pessy, yeah, completely agree. The 800 on this route would be so cool. So we've got 13 miles to go to Slough for our one stop between here, between London, Paddington and Reading. As we've got a 166 just leaving from Ealing Broadway. You can see the 1972 tube stock in the station as well. As we acknowledge that DSD alert there. Yeah, it always feels quite slow in Notch 5. It'll get to 125 eventually. I hope it does. We've only got 10 miles before we need to be stopping at Slough. There's 100 finally. Getting there with the speed. It's picking up finally. I guess that 166 that was in front of us has potentially cleared off. Although saying that, it looks like we've got a yellow coming up ahead. Yeah, the MTUs are definitely feel a little bit underpowered, certainly when now having driven the VP 185 on East Midlands. There's a bit of freight, very nice to see. The containers. But I think we're going to have going green. Feels like we're getting closer to that 166 that's in front of us. Is it going to go green? We're playing a little bit chicken, it feels like, with the these signals here at the moment. Yeah, definitely the VP185s definitely have got much greater accelerations. It is fun coming out of Derby with those. I'm a big fan of Midland Main Line, especially with what Skyhook have done with that route and what they're talking about potentially in the future. Sort of teasing some of, you know, extensions and different locos that may be coming. I'm excited. Not sure if we're going to get to 125 anytime soon. Creeping up soon now. We're at 120. Yeah, definitely I should try that 387 scenario. I can imagine that's that would be good fun. Okay, we're gonna have to start slowing here with the double yellow. And I'm imagining that that 166 in front of us is probably also going to be stopping at Slough. I'm going to knock straight. So it's gone green. Let it run, but we can keep cruising around this sort of speed. It's gone green. Put a little bit of power on. We're still about 3 miles away from Slough, so a little way to go yet. Thoughts on the 700? I am very excited for the Class 700. I think one, it adds another great layer to South Eastern High Speed, which is, I think, always very welcomed. I think it's just going to be something a little bit different, you know, especially on the stretch from Dartford to Rainham, especially with having a big cab window like we do with the HSTs. You get to see South Eastern High Speed in all its glory, but I also think that perhaps it needs kind of its own dedicated route to really showcase what the 700 is all about. Maybe that's in the works, who knows, a little bit like the Acela, because we've got, obviously when the Acela released on Boston, New York Trenton also came at the same time. Perhaps there's a route in the works, who knows, but I'm hopeful. The pictures that they've released to date, that, you know, looks like it's been beautifully modelled. We're a mile out from Slough now. Yeah, East Coast Main Line. Yeah, that would be very fun. There's Slough coming into view. Well, we're doing 50, so we need to slow this up a little bit more. Let's just get back into running. We're actually going to be early into a station. It's a bit of a difference from what we were running with that 166 from Reading. Favourite route on Train Simulator 3? It's definitely got to be South Eastern High Speed. Probably followed probably by the Brighton Main Line. Because I know, you know, people have talked about wanting the 700 to come to the Brighton Main Line. I think if that's even technically possible, feasible, that would really sort of enhance that route to be something quite special. Can only hope with that one. Right, here we are. Here's Slough. We'll roll up towards the end where I'd imagine our stopping point will be. Keep it going a little bit further. Wants us to go a little bit. Oh yeah, there is the HS car stop. That'll do. Let's unlock those doors. No, it's not the camera I wanted. Oh, we'll ignore that one. No, again, don't want that. Look at it. Beautiful HST. Would I recommend the Scott Rudd Express route? Yes, I thoroughly enjoy that route, especially after the physics or the brake. Certainly the brakes on the Class 385 have been fixed. So yes, I'm a big fan of that route. Right, we're almost finished loading the passengers up here. Although we've got to wait about 40 seconds. We'll start probably till... we'll start locking the doors now. Ready for departure. Just got about 12 seconds or so, and then we can be out of here. What about Midland Main Line? Yes, as soon as the last of the hot fixes that were missing from the latest patch. Yeah, as soon as they're released, I think that route would also, you know, is fun. I think it's fantastic. It is the Class 158 is amazing, but I think it will become even better once a lot of those last few bugs are ironed out. Plus I think the Midland Main Line has got potential for future DLC to come as well, so I think that one's certainly got a lot more, I guess, potential going forward. So, as we depart from Slough, our final stop will be Reading, 17 miles. We've got about 14 minutes to get there, so easily done. Already up to 50, but it's certainly when we get up past that we start to the acceleration sort of drops off. There's 60. Come on. Speed's climbing now. What will be my next video stream be? So there will be a video tomorrow, which is a walkthrough, or will be a walkthrough of July's roadmap, and then there'll probably be another video Thursday, which is probably going to be back on the Glossop line. Don't think I've quite done that to death yet, so yeah, that will be the next one. So you'll get the roadmap and then Glossop on Thursday. I'm intrigued to see what actually comes on the roadmap, so what's announced. And then stream wise, I'm not sure what my next stream will be, but yeah, thanks for dropping in, Oven. There's 86, so as I say, at the top end, the acceleration really slows down. Is the roadmap tomorrow? Yes. Yes, it is, yeah. I'll be doing a video walking through that to give my thoughts on what's been announced. Hopefully there's some good content being announced in the roadmap. I'm sure there'll be more on the Class 700. $99. Where's 100? There it is. Nice. Be nice to run at 125 for a bit of a prolonged period. So 105, come on, keep the speed going up. We've got less than 10 minutes to be in Reading now. As we pass another slow service there on the right. This part of the route always seems to be the least interesting section, I have to say. It's very much just 4-track running, and feels like what is just sort of a lot of greenery. There's 112 finally. We're slowly creeping up. Come on, let that speed get up to 125. That's what we want. This bug really irritates me. It should show the. I wonder if on the outside. Yeah, we've still got 0000. That's not the power car number. It should be 43 something. I really wish they would fix that. So 7 miles to go. We're still not at 125. Come on. You can do it. Scenery does look pretty nice though. Good bit of vegetation, greenery. I like it. Looks like we've got a freight train coming to our right here, hauling some tankers. Go. Continue to get the DSD warning alerts even. 122. Come on, 3 more miles an hour. You can do it. We've only got 2.4 miles until we need to be slowing for 95. Come on. One, 2, 4. Come on, 1 more mile an hour, and then we can relax about hitting the top speed. So we're only 2.8 miles out of Reading now. So we do need to start thinking about braking very shortly. That's for the 95, so we never reached 125. How disappointing is that? Never mind. Right, we start our braking for our stop at Reading, where we will leave this service, but it will continue on towards Great Malvern. We'll get a double yellow warning here. We'll go into notch 3. Speed is coming down nicely actually. There's 60 coming up as well, but we're well under that, so no problem. Back into notch 2, I think. You can see a Reading station coming into view in all its glory. That's for the single yellow, which we're just about to pass. And it is 30 as we go through the station here, but we're well under that, so no problem. And we are actually about 3 minutes early, which is a bit of a surprise. So no rush as we roll into the station here. There we go. That is a large station of Reading is. See, we've got the red signal up ahead, which we're about to get AWS for, which we'll acknowledge. There we go. We'll go all the way down to our stopping point, which is, that's just towards the end before the signal there. We definitely do not want to go past that signal, but I think that's pretty spot on. Let's unlock those doors. We'll set the DRA. Put it into notch 5, and this is where we will end our service, actually. See a couple of Class 166 down here. We'll just fly over and have a quick look at them. Obviously stabled up there. As we can see this Great Malvern service. You can see it stopping pan. It does stop at a lot of places along the way, actually. It's still going. There's plenty of stops for this one. But our passengers have almost finished loading, and we'll lock those doors. See those doors shut, and that will conclude our run. Hopefully we picked up a gold there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So hopefully you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, please hit that like button. Also consider subscribing, and this will wrap the stream up very nicely. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.